Well, today or this weekend, we're going to try to figure out the hydraulic line. Hopefully it's just a filter, needs fluid change. Oh, really? It's going to be like that. Of course, now it's not really doing it, but the other day when I put the loader on, it's been doing it for a while. It's had pretty good whine to it. I'm hoping it just needs a filter change and fluid, and hydraulic pump's not going out or something. It's an old tractor. I've got, I'm showing 8567 on the hours, if that's correct or not. Alright, we're back out here again. So the other day, I went to drain my front hydraulic oil out. It's a square plug. I don't know if you can see it. Looked like a 3/8. Try to put my 3/8 on there, it's too big. Certainly it looks too big to be a quarter. Well, yeah, a quarter's way too big for a quarter. Well, what the hell's in between? 5/16. So I had to do some checking for 5/16. What the hell is it? So I searched for a 5/16 square socket, and I come up with this right here. Pipe plug socket set. It has a few different sizes. It has male and female. Well, I figured it's a 5/16, so let's see what happens here. Got a 5/16. Stick it up in there, and looks like a 5/16. I think the next size up, we've got a 11/32. That's going to be just a little too big. So I was right when I said 5/16. And then the plug behind it, the middle plug, is a square. I don't know why they're different, but in case that's a goofy size, this kit also has female square sockets with it, different sizes. I got this one off Amazon for about 30 bucks, give or take. I checked AutoZone to see if they had one, and I didn't see one there. If they did, maybe they were hiding. I didn't think about checking TSC, so I just ordered that crap from Amazon and had it sent here. In case you come across some goofy ass plug like that, that's probably what you need, is a pipe plug socket set. Well, I got the front plug out there, the 5/16. It's looking pretty clean, to be honest with you. Which I guess is probably a good thing. But we'll get the next one out after this. I've heard guys say front plug's about 5 gallons, middle plug's about 5 gallons, back plug's about 5 gallons. So we'll see if they're right or not. Yeah, one last video before I go in. It's getting dark out here. The front plug was a 5/16 female. The middle plug was a 7/16 male, and the back plug was a 1/2 inch female. If that came like that from the factory, I don't know. I was pretty low. I got about 5 gallons out of the back, which is about what it should be, I guess. And then the front two, I only ended up with about maybe 6 gallons total. So altogether about 11, maybe 12 gallons I took out of here. So I was at least 4, maybe 5 gallons low. To the people that want to stick a screwdriver in there and pry that cap off when you're changing your filters, leave 2 of your bolts loose. Alright. There we go. Tap on that thing with a rubber mallet. There you go. She's loose. I'm going to see if I can get this on video or not. Pulling the filter out, see how dirty it is. Drop my rag down here. Peel this off here. Looks pretty dirty. Probably can't really pick it up on the camera. It's too dark, but it's got some pretty good dirt to it, I would say. That's disgusting. Looks like straw or something in there. Long overdue. Who knows the last time it was changed. Let's see if I can get the outside part here. Yeah, that screen's pretty clean. Not too bad. It has a few pieces on it, but it's not as bad as some of them that I've seen, except for the fact that this is peeled back right here. I'm gonna go to well, got something wired on right here too. I'm gonna go to Case, go to my dealership, see if they got one of these in stock. Not quite sure what this is inside the housing here. It's like feels like some type of gasket material, rubbery. I don't know where the hell that came from. Along with some more of that grassy shit. Still quite a bit of oil coming out of there. Most of that seal came off all in one piece when I took it off. Just making sure nothing else, little extra pieces on there. Hit the edge of this. Good enough, that'll work. Check the cover. Cover feels pretty good too. grease around it. Looks pretty decent. Take a little dab of that oil and put it on this O-ring here. There's a O-ring on the inside. Seal whatever. Not really an O-ring, but I guess it could be. Yeah, let me go grab a clean paper towel. Left this off overnight. Had to get that new relief valve screen deal. Put a paper towel in the holes, keep something going up in there. Should have left that drain, I guess. A little bit dripping out yet. But it'll be alright. Get most of it out. Not sure. Paint rubbing off on there. Where are we at here? Paint rubbing off from the inside there. Alright, surface is clean. Scraped it. Lubed up my O-ring for this. Line it up in the hole there. Dab a little on this ring here too. Big ring on the outside. Just make sure everything slips together good. Okay. So that's there. Out here. In case anybody's wondering, this right here, part number is 386121R92. Cost me 69 bucks at Redline, local place here. I don't know if that has a particular orientation it's supposed to be. I don't think so. Slip that on there. Fell down out of the hole. Stay. This one. Almost stay up there. I guess I'll set this here. It's ready. two bolts ready to go. Get that out of your way. I'm going to slip the top bolts through the cover. Get the seal started. The seal's kind of warped from being in the package. It's almost folded in half. Put this back up here so it don't jump out again. And I've got a little bit of dirt on it. I'll get that dirt off. Alright, so I started the top two bolts through the cover. Put the seal on there. Get that up in the hole. If I can get that to stay, I'll slip the cover on. I don't want to cooperate. Could use another set of hands. Okay. Well, I don't want it that way. Guess I'll get it started and make an adjustment. Alright, I got those screws started on there. Before it even gets in there. Yeah, put that up in there. Anglers don't fall out. Top two bolts started on the seal. Get that start there. Where are we at? Where are we at here? There we go. Nope. It started. Yeah. Reach to the bottom and try to straighten that filter out a little bit. I think it fell off. Okay, day 3,792 billion trying to do a simple hydraulic fluid filter change. Tell you what my problem is. Come back from the dealership, get some parts. So I had bought originally 388084 R93 oil filter. Change it out because the old one was nasty and dirty. It's the same size as the one that I took out, minus the fact that the old relief valve screen had this piece. This is a new one, by the way. I threw the other one away. But it had this flat piece on here when I took it off. I was like, well, what the hell's up with that? And went to put it in without this, and it wasn't wanting to fit. It was too skinny. So I did some checking, and apparently the guy had a 460 or a 560, and there was a company, I'll have to look it up, that made a thicker ring, an adapter that would go on here that you could put a higher capacity filter on for what the high flow pumps. And I thought, well, shoot, maybe I need a high flow filter. So I went back, did some checking. Well, they had the link to it, but 088085 R92 tractors with high capacity power supply. Well, okay, went ahead and ordered that one, and you can see here, that's my dust cover. That's the high flow or high capacity filter, and that's the, what I would say, stock size filter. And so the standard size one is about 2 1/4 inches, give or take. I'm trying to do this, it's hard to videotape. And the higher capacity one's about 3 1/4, so about 1 inch wider. And on my plate, I noticed a lot of guys, the videos that I watched, the plates they took off were more of just a flat plate. Well, this one here is about 1 3/4 inches wide. Okay, so at some point, I've dubbed this tractor the Franken Farmall because I don't know what it is at this point. It's a deeper cutout. Because as you'll see, this has got yellow paint on it. Now, the research that I did, like the highway department or whatever, they could order these tractors whatever color they wanted. And you notice a lot of the highway departments use yellow or orange. It's got a yellow paint coming off of here, and then you see a little bit on the back end. That's brakes and all that. And even on the hydraulic remote valves. I can't help but think, I really don't know, because the VIN plate, let's see here, the VIN plate says Farmall 656, and it's got a S, and there's supposed to be something for the torque converter, torque amplifier, but I had the feeling that this was 2 tractors slapped together to make one good tractor, and at this point I really don't know what the hell it is. Here's a number on the back housing. Sorry it's upside down, but that's the way it is. If I flip my phone upside down, it's probably going to screw up the video. But yeah, high capacity, high flow, whatever filter is what I needed on here. I'm going to go ahead and get that put in. Okay, I put a little bit dab of oil on that rubber O-ring on there that slips inside of there, just in case I need it or not. I don't really know. Line that up. I don't know if it's supposed to really stick in there or not. but wants to fall off. There's my new relief valve. That right there, if you need one of those relief valve screens, that part number is 386121R92. That cost me $69 from the dealership. I don't know if you can find them cheaper anywhere or what. And also, I picked up some Permatex aviation former gasket. I saw some other guys saying they're really pleased at how well this works. I'm going to use some of this on both sides of the gasket with the gasket that came with it. Just hopefully make sure it seals up nice and good. Just a thin layer of that. Just going to take some of that Permatex and put a thin little layer around there and smear it. Get it nice and smooth. Hopefully it's warm enough for this stuff to work right. It's only about 35 degrees out right now in northern Ohio. So take that and put a gasket on the cover. And this cover ready. I'll try and do this. Right there. Cover on here. Let's see. I'm hoping that's in there. I think it is. Bolt started. Lost one of my bolts here. Get that. There. Other bolts, make sure they're going where they're supposed to go. Pretty snug on there. Started. I'm started. That one's going. Started. I'll work these around a little at a time, try to get it pretty even. That handle's, well, I mean, it looks like a handle. That spring retainer on that valve screen really puts a lot of pressure on here. Snug. see here. Pretty snug. Snug. Pretty snug. 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 I'm going to get my torque wrench. I'm only going to torque these to about 20 to 25 pounds. I guess, again, internet search, manual somewhere says 45 pounds, and everybody says it's way too much torque for those bolts. So I'm going to start about 20 pounds and then see how that feels and go from there. So these on mine are 9/16. Got set for 20 pounds. It's 20 right there. I think I'm probably gonna do a little bit more. I don't know. So I barely tightened them without the torque wrench. That was 20 pounds right there. So I basically torqued them to 20 pounds without even feeling it. This is 25 pounds. I feel better with that. That's 25 pounds, and I don't think I want to go much more than that. I don't know. Let's see what it feels like with the socket. I don't know. I think they might be right with that 45. Put this back to... That's 25 again. I'm going to bump it up to 35. I'm going with 35 pounds. That's about where I had it. Tightening it down with the wrench. I'm going to go with 35 pounds and keep it at that, and then see if we get any leaks or anything. This whole tractor's got leaks everywhere, so it's another one. But that is the filter on my 656. Alright, we are back out here finishing up last video on the hydraulic fluid change. It's getting dark out here now already, but so I changed the fluid in the filter, and then when I started it up, I got no hydraulics, and so I figured, okay, something simple. So I get on the internet, start checking, and seemed to be the popular thing to do was put some air in there to help force the fluid through into the pump and get it flowing. So what I did was took the cap off. I've got my air hose regulated at 20 pounds. I didn't want to overdo it and blow something out, and 20 pounds put quite a bit of air in there. And I got this drain plug. It's a 1 3/8 to 1 1/2, just a tub drain stopper, sink, whatever. And drilled an 1/8 hole in it, and it fit right over the fill plug there. It fit right over there, made a good snug seal. Actually, it's a little hard to get off. It's pretty snug. And I stuck my air blower through the hole. It sealed really good. Put some air to it. Make sure you hold that down. If it lifts up while you're working, it spits quite a bit of air at you fast. But hook that up, put a little air to it, started the tractor, and then I put my raised valve my raised lever and so the loader would go up when it had fluid. And just idled it up a little bit, nothing too extreme, you know, just a little bit above idle. And just kept some air. I kept my finger on the trigger, helped push some air through there. And as soon as the loader went up, I just kept putting a little air in there for another minute or so. Then I worked the loader up and down, tipped the bucket, make sure everything was working good, steering like it should. Pretty much got rid of my whine and the jerkiness in the loader, so hopefully that dirty filter was the only problem with this old girl, and she'll be running for a while yet. I guess that's about it. So this is another note. I drained about 12 gallons or so out of this, and I put about maybe 12 or 13 gallons back in it. So the book says it's a 16-gallon capacity. I'm not sure. I guess maybe in the system there's that much fluid that's still in there or whatever, but looks like I may have a leaky seal on the end there. I got some fluid on the ground right there from putting air to it. So like I said, I put 20 psi. That might be too much still, so maybe 10 psi when you're doing it. You don't want to blow out all your seals.